だけですね。ここでは毎日この景色が観測できます。
Let's take a look. I'm gonna take a look at the phone. Check a look at my volume real quick. My phone. Nope. Not now, Deltarune. So much crap on my desk. Turn this up. I don't want to bring my mic closer to me. Maybe this. Ooh. Oh, right. Let's see if this will work. There we go. Let's see, okay. New mic position. So I don't need this controller. Maybe I should turn this down. Let's see. I'll put this to 90, I guess. And then hopefully that's enough. Go over here. Okay. I don't really know what else to do. I can't believe this is the maximum for a microphone. Testing. I have a long delay on this. Testing. I'm not sure which direction this dial is supposed to go in. I guess let's keep it there. That's as much as I can figure out. Okay, volume always bugs me. I can never get my volume the way I like it, but I'll just have to deal with it. Alright, that's enough. quickly do some pulls, and I gotta get to the story. I don't care. Oh, right, I should just let these play, I guess. I don't usually let them play because I'm so impatient. Hey, that's what I get for letting that play. Yuzu. Come to Papa. Watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Fuck. Alright. I'm eating apple right now. Alright. Gimme. I deserve this. Alright. That's easy. It's just that easy. I don't owe God or Jesus anything. Where are you in Zenless, huh? Where's all this left for my Zenless pulls? I'm gonna hit the skip button. It's all the way at the end. Is it Otsuka? It's finally Otsuka. I've always wanted Otsuka. I fucking love Otsuka. It's about time. I love her tanking skill. Out of my way. Out of my face. Get out of my way. Show me the pink. Give me the pink. Aurora? This is fine. I have more important people to threaten. You're in there somewhere. Fuck. A flip. I got a flip. Let's go through this. Gimme. I don't know what. I'm gonna close the door real quick. Alright, well, I can close it all the way. Hopefully it doesn't keep swinging it back and forth. Whatever, Arona. I have all the time in the world. I have 100,000 pyros. I can't be disappointed. You cannot disappoint me. I'm a little disappointed. Halfway to spark. Halfway to spark. Alright. I'm a little upsetting spaghetti. Hey, maybe I don't need to spend this many pirates, huh? I knew you turn around. Let's see if I can draw. And oh, fucking hell! It's at the end. I didn't skip. Damn it! Alright, I'm getting impatient. That's fine. I'm not looking forward to any banners in the future. I'm just sitting on this, man. Hey. Give me the Eimi. I demand the Eimi. Fuck. Hey. Hey. I'm pouring the pyros down the drain right now. 160. Doink! Alright. Hey. Wow, what a realistic, like they always say, it's blue archive. Look at all this fucking blue. My volume's a little low. My volume's always low. I'm at max. I'll just turn it down, I guess. And then the game. I got a bunch of knobs in this microphone. None of them help. Mic volume on Streamlabs. I mean, it's already at 100. I'm operating at 100 already. It has never been turned down. It is a problem I've been looking. It is a problem I'm aware of since I sometimes listen to my own stuff. Yeti. I'm about to spark. I'm gonna fucking spark here. Alright, I'm sparking. But yeah, my microphone has never been turned down from 100. Whatever. I'm fine. Eimi. It's perfect now? I don't know. Okay. I fucking hate stream delay. Okay. Wonder if I can level them up. I should do the story. I need to do the story. Let me get my shit real quick. I gotta do the story, man. Give me this shit. Alright. Oh, another red dot. I'm gonna miss someone else's stream because I gotta do this myself. I mean, I mean, I guess. I don't exactly want to spoil myself. Look at this fucking hellscape. This is the one I did earlier. Yeah, this is from the... Alright, I did the fight earlier. I'm just gonna do this real quick so I can get the remind myself of the context. It flew up again. Rio, how long can my suit hold out? Under maximum output? Well, you're going to go regardless of my answer. So let's do the fast again. Leave it to me, Aris. Just come home. Just come back safely. Thank you, Rio. I'll be off then. It's Gundam. Princess, I must ask. Why that you seek out such suffering? Seek out suffering? Living is suffering. You cannot avert your eyes from such simple truths. We are not born out of our own will, but rather as ignorant beings forced into existence. Nihilism, am I right? Malchus! So fast. I have to catch up to her. Please wait. I just want to talk. You truly are relentless. In birth, not even our names are ours to choose. This life you so desperately cling to, it is one filled with contradictions which demand pain from its participants. Yet you dare judge us for wishing to end the cycle of suffering. In a world where our names are not our own, such suffering is simply an inevitability. But that is... I do not agree with that at all. And on what basis? Source? That, I don't know. I just kind of thinking on the fly here. You need not answer, for it is simple. Because as long as a living being remains as a living being, no answer to that question can ever exist. Ah! Aris! Aris! Do not come here. It is dangerous. Elder sister, I'm sorry to say this, but there's a problem with the thrust vectoring nozzle. There's no problem with the flight output, but to be honest with you, maintaining stability is difficult. I see. I'm sorry, Ein, Soph, and Or. My maneuvers were too violent. Not at all. It's okay, elder sister. We're the ones who are not doing enough to help. What is your recommendation, Soph? Land if you can. We'll convert the energy we're using for flight to firepower output instead. They won't be able to hold a candle to you. Understood. We're keeping close track of all your vitals. We're going to give you everything we have. Thank you, everyone. Finally, there she is. Do you think she's here to say hi? Again, focus M. Do you see something, K? Yes, Aris and I can see, but I wish I could share my visual input with you, but in a way, I'm glad you aren't seeing this. Is something happening with Malchus? That's... Aris? It is okay, Sensei. Really. Please get out of harm's way. I will deal with her. With Malchus. Oh, her horn's broken. I know now. This fight was always mine to fight. What do you mean by that? Your fight. You'll know soon enough. But I can say this for sure. Right now, the land, the sky, and even the air we breathe, all of it is being consumed by Malchus. Incoming! Beam struggle is so cool. Look at her tiny little Eris. Ein, Yes, I'm doing everything I can. Let all remaining potentials converge upon the steel continent. Creation comes from the first light. From wisdom through intellect to beauty. Radiance and wisdom, love and mercy, strength and virtue, and finally, the victory to be attained. Jehovah Zevaot, Lord of Hosts. They're fucking incantating right now. Glory to the pilgrim, Adonal Melech, who reached the throne. To the kingdom Malchus, that has awaited us since. Ugh. This is bad. I'm being pushed back. But I can hold out. I must. Wow, this is all one chapter. All of their old sprites are filling my memories. Please, just a bit more. It's okay, Aris. We're no longer alone. Even if it isn't me, others will take up arms by your side. The world's burdens are not yours alone to shoulder. Kay. What? How? Her output is almost the same as Elder Sister's. No way, but that princess shouldn't be able to tap into that kind of power anymore. What did you even do? This doesn't make sense. It's simple. You redirected all of Netzach's power into Malchus, right? Same principle here. You're using the entirety of Netzach's potential. And I'm using the entirety of the remaining 8 Sephiroth's potential in Aris. Honestly speaking, I'm straining myself more than I'm letting on. But I'm not running out yet. Oh, but I'm not out of the running yet. That's not fair. Same goes to you. You ask me why I bring such suffering upon myself, Malchus? That suffering is inevitable in this world, where not even our names are ours to claim. But I have an answer for you now, Malchus. It is because I changed my name. And so did Kay. Aris, I mean, that is factually correct, I suppose. Many sad things happen in life, I know that much too. I can understand such resentment against the person who put us here to begin with. But even so, Sensei told me something. That the thing that made them happiest was meeting us, their students. And this is why I think that alone makes life and everything that comes with it worth living. Perhaps a miracle is like the flash of a supernova, blinding but momentary. But as long as we remember that flash, the light will be eternal. It is not that I am happy because I have never suffered. It is that despite everything we have gone through, I am happy. I am sure of that. The same could be true for you too. What the fuck is she talking about? Us too? I wonder if this fan will pick up. I'm really hot right now. It sounds like... Oh, she's gonna... This light. RSK. Come on, everyone. Let's crowd around them. Sensei, everyone. I am okay. I am completely fine. Just a little tired. I wouldn't call that just a bit. Are you guys okay? They're okay, right? Ars? KK? That appears to be the case, seeing how they can express themselves well. It does not seem like they are in critical condition. I too had a moment where I was beaten up a little bit by Neru. Let's compare it to Neru, but I face no major issues from a comprehensive and holistic view. Are you trying to console me or make fun of me here? Toki, sometimes just because something is true, that doesn't mean you should say it out loud. I see. Again, I see that language is quite difficult. Rs, K, you did a great job. Let's absorb Malka's core data and then we'll go inside and retrieve and absorb Netzach's core. And when that is done, K will reach max level. And we'll finally close the book on the Steel Continent, and we don't have another 11 chapters to go. Yes, that sounds right. Shall we get moving then? Let's start with Malchus. Huh? And this is where it leaves off. She looks upset. Alright. Well, I did that much earlier today because I wanted to do the Malchus raid. But I know this needs to take me to the main story. Back to the main story. To sacrifice. I've seen a lot of people upset on Twitter, so wait. This is... Could it be? Huh? Kay, are you okay? Is something about to start? But just what could it be? The prophet data contained in his body. No. It's as if the prophets and their information are suddenly alive and moving. Uh-huh. No! Wait, Malchus, he's still around? What is happening to... Uh-oh. Elder sister, sister! Oh, no, oh, no. Oh, no. No, stop, please stop! Elder sister, all we wanted. As the vessel is complete, the chalice shall be filled. What bullshit is happening right now? Raiding? Are we raiding? You'll tank? I have no idea. There's probably going to be a raid. I don't know what composition it'll be. We need more time. I know we don't mean anything to you, but please take pity on our sister. She is our only elder sister. She's the final Sephira, bequeathed to you. If we follow all the paths properly. Are they talking to who I think they're talking to? Just a little more time. An hour, 10 minutes, even just 1 minute. We know and understand your desire. We were made to serve it, but... what is that thing? It appears to be a structure of some sort of ritual, a religious one in particular. An altar, I believe? Why is something like that here? More importantly, the entirety of the Steel Continent is... This is... If it thus must be, I see, however, this body. This is precisely why. I see. I am the final Sephira, the gate for those who pray, the foundation of the Tree of Life. I am the creation destined to travel all paths to transcend into beep. If this is my preordained destiny. No. Now pick up Ein, Sof, or do what you must. Huh? By what we must, you mean that's... Please, we'll do anything. We'll really do anything. So please don't take Elder Sister away from us. Ein, calm down. Ein, stop it. I know, but... Take me. If there must be a sacrifice, then I will be it. I'll die in Elder Sister's stead. Okay. Oh no, she's thinking about sacrifices. Ein, Soph, and Or. Thank you. However, such a path has not been written. What? Then I'll write it. I'll die for you as many times as I need. As long as you live, elder sister. As long as you... Ein, please remember. Such a path is not written. For you were not gifted the mystics. But the one who made us like this, in the first place, when everything was Ein, Soph, and Or, please think about it. About our goal. Why we are here. The Korban Ola's sword of sacrifice. In the end, is it really? Please, help me fulfill my duty. Wow, oh boy, oh no, oh god, she's crying, oh no. Thank you everyone, and I am sorry. Farewell. Whoa, fucking dead inside. Huh? What was that? Here I inscribe the first stigma. Stigma? What is she stabbing? This is a commandment. Here I inscribe the second... What is she stabbing? This is the sign. Here I inscribe the final stigma. This is the covenant. Thy will be done. We shall rejoice in it. On earth as it is in heaven, thy kingdom come. As the vessel is prepared, the chalice will be filled from within. PowerPoint transition. I don't even know which one that's specifically referring to. I'm reading a visual novel. New collection acquired. Let's read it. Oh, there's Malchus. Wait a minute. Oh, that's just a symbol. It's not. She's not a girl. Netzach, the infinite land that testifies victory. The seventh prophet of Tetragrammaton. It is speculated that its name originates from Netzach, the seventh sephir of the Tree of Life. Through an unknown process of evolution, Netzach has become the steel continent itself, leaving its original form a mystery. It expands by transforming all surrounding inorganic matter, integrating it into the steel continent. The potential limits of its expansion are currently incalculable. What is this? The Vanished? Things are looking kind of dire here. What just happened? Yeah, I'm thinking that too. I thought Malchus was their elder sister. Weren't they supposed to be on the same side? Affirmative. I find their behavior unusual. It is possible it was a ruse. However, the children's reaction do not align with that hypothesis. Ryu, out of my way. It's my motorcycle. What's at least certain is that it appears to be some sort of ritual, but I can't make out what the goal is. Just what are they trying to do? The energy that was rapidly converging in Malchus, and the steel continent as well, they've stabilized. Kay, do you have any insight? As if I can't pretend to understand the mind of a zealot when I'm more concerned about... Please, we'll do anything. We'll really do anything, so please don't take Elder Sister away from us. Take me! If there must be a sacrifice, then I will be it. I'll die in Elder Sister's stead. Kay's like, that's not acting. What did she mean by that? What did she mean? Sensei. Watch out. Huh? I fell as K, Aris, and Rio shoved me out of the way. Sensei, are you okay? What happened? Watch your feet, another wave is coming. Of what? Like energy? Oh, never mind. Oh, the walls. Rio. What? Sorry, I slipped. Oh, she just slipped. Okay, that's good. What the hell's going on? They're creating the walls to separate us. Jeez. At least the shaking stopped. This reminds me of back then. This reminds me of that one time. When? I am curious, 2K. Is it from Family Guy? Back in Eridu, when you see— oh yeah, back in Eridu, when you sealed off the CNC students from each other, remember? Oh. I am able to remember that well. But not like a regular memory. It is as if I am watching my own dream from someplace just out of reach. Because that is when Kay and I were one. Yeah, during your villain arc, yeah. Kay, about then? Let me guess, I'm sorry, this is my fault, or if only I were a little better. Save me the dramatics. Kay? Kay? Life is a tangled knot of inexplicable twists and turns. There exist things in this world that are out of your control, even for you, Rio. Sitting here and pontificating on who is to blame on what regarding things long past sounds like a colossal waste of time. It doesn't matter right now. In fact, there are much more pressing matters to address. What I'm concerned with is how we're going to get through this, and how we're going to get home safely. That's what matters to me, because do or die, I'm going to make it back. I don't care if I have to confront God, or fate, or transforming robots. I'll cling on to this life until the better end. Fuck yeah, Kay. That's so cool. Here, Kay. I feel the same way. Here, KK. No matter what, I want Kay to make it home. You misunderstood me entirely, Sensei. What the fuck do you mean I misunderstood you? Did you think I only meant myself? There's no making it back if it's not with everyone we came with. Well said. Please wipe that grin off your face. Alright, team, let's get moving. But what direction? Anywhere is better than staying put here. We'll begin with gathering as much data as we can. We can search for Himari and Eimi, and Toki too. Yes, I will take point, since I am the party's hero. Reliable as always, Eris. Hold on, what is that? Huh? I turned my head in the direction Rio was pointing, and then I saw it, out beyond the wall. The existence we had once known as Malchus had warped into something else. Children. We're still escalating, though. She flew away. She left? Malchus. Are you worried about her, Eris? Living is suffering. We were not born of our own will, but rather as ignorant beings forced into existence. This life you so desperately cling to is one filled with contradictions which demand pain from its participants. Yet you dare judge us for wishing to end the cycle of suffering. Yeah, I was there. Please think about it. About our goal. Why we are here. Is that someone crying? It seems so. Momoi? Midori? Let's go. We haven't confirmed their identity, Sensei. It could be the enemy. Hey, Sensei, get back here. Ugh. Sensei bolted off. I guess I can't say I'm surprised. Alright, let's go. Yes, Sensei, come back. I will protect you. Despite how clearly we could hear the crying, finding the source was harder than we expected. The maze of walls would shift and change as we walked through, complicating the task even further. Then finally... we're getting closer. Just around this wall. Aren't they? Huh? What are you doing here? No words for ore. I was caught off guard when Self lunged at me with a start. You! This is your fault. If only you never came here. Why did you have to come, huh? Why couldn't you have just stayed away? Sensei, wait a second. Soft, small, clenched hands hit me again and again, doing no damage. But there was no force behind them. Like a toddler throwing a tantrum. If you had an elder sister. Stop it! Stop fighting! Please stop now. Ein, why? Because nothing we do holds meaning anymore. Everything is over, Soph. Our sister is dead. Oh boy. We killed her? We killed her. We did it! We murdered her! Stabbed, shattered, eradicated every last particle of her data, her history, her records, her memories, every trace, every hint, gone by our hands. It is a curse to exist, a curse to feel. Why is it that love and loss must be so indelibly bound? Why? If this is what it is to feel, I want none of it. Take my vision, my voice, my heart, my free will. Useless, it's all useless to me. If only I had been born blind and deaf, that I had never learned to speak. It would have been a mercy. Why must I suffer through an existence I never asked for? Why did you come find us? After all you've done to get in our way. And they're crashing out. Do you know? We possess no halos. I mean, yeah. We were never granted the mystic, and so we were excluded from miracles and the sublime. Secrets we would never be allowed to know. But still, we can speak. We think for ourselves and make our own decisions. We can feel. How unfair. If we had commanded the terror? If we commanded terror for ourselves, then perhaps things could have ended differently. But we endured all of it. None of it mattered. Even if we never received a thing in our lives. And even if we were nothing but shadows of existences to begin with, none of it that's fucking Nexon. None of it mattered, because we had elder sister. As long as we could be with her and keep making new memories together. Because elder sister had a halo. We could have. But then you guys, if only you didn't exist, an elder sister would still be alive. We could have lived together happily forever and ever. After absorbing everything through the Steel Continent. Do whatever you want with us. There's no meaning anymore. We tried everything we could, and this is the result. This is the end of the story. There is no happily ever after for us. Wasn't everything you did in the name of resurrecting Decagrammaton as a god? Judging by how things unfolded, the final requirement for Decagrammaton's divinity must have been... That is why Malkuth has become Decagrammaton. We didn't want to lose her. Achieving Master's divinity with Elder Sister as the vessel was one of innumerable plans we had set in motion. The one possibility we dreaded, and yet here we are. Okay, so... They were born with a mission to resurrect their god, Decagrammaton, but they also have an elder sister, and they wanted their elder sister to stay alive. And unfortunately, one of the plans that they absolutely did not want to do was to resurrect Decagrammaton through their older sister. They tried everything they wanted to do that was not that, and unfortunately, it has come to that. Our master intended to cross the path to godhood by traversing through each of the Sephira. That was when we offered to convert all of Kivotos into the Steel Continent. Oh, we wanted to sacrifice something else instead. Then Master would become a god of that world. But what about everyone in Kivotos, huh? The people would be safe from the continent's ability. Oh, right. Only inorganic material? Humans are adaptable. They would learn how to survive one way or another. I mean, you would still be... I would still technically make it a terrorist attack. This way, we could fulfill our master's desire to rule as the god of mediation. And that way, there would no longer be any need for Elder Sister to die. So you wanted to trade Kivotos for Malkuth. Yeah. But do you not think that is going too far? Too far? How could you ask us that? Tell me, what would you do if your precious teacher over there died? A good one. That's a good one. Now do you see why that's a ridiculous question? We all have things we can't afford to lose. If you see an opportunity for you to protect what's most important to you, how could you not take it? I can sympathize with that, but there is one thing that doesn't make sense to me. You were created before your sister was, yes? So how is it possible that... It's difficult to put into words. Do you understand my confusion? I see. Even before we met her sister, we cherished her. How could someone we'd never physically seen be so precious to us? I suppose it's something unique to us. If someone can't fall in love, just program it into them before you ship them out. Okay. Wait, what are you saying? That exactly what you think. We are created, not born. Humans are molded. The people they meet and experiences they encounter mold the type of people they become. We begin life knowing who we are and what we need to do, and whatever other data we were booted with. Since I opened my eyes, there was one data set that rang in my head. Love and cherish your older sister above all else. I may not have been provided the reasoning behind including such a fickle mechanic. It is rather obvious. That's the most rational and effective method. Rational and effective? I love that. You're well acquainted with those kinds of tactics, aren't you, Sukasuki Ryo? It must make sense. If you had something you needed to store and keep in pristine condition, how would you protect it? A rational solution would be to configure the tools, us engineers, to have an abnormal level of affection and protectiveness towards the target. That's it. That's the story. It is a bland, boring story about three little sisters who were cast for the role of the fools, and the fate of their elder sister was to be sacrificed. It was to be a sacrifice in the pursuit of divinity. The affection levels were pre-programmed into those tools, may have gone slightly out of control. And the result is what you see around us, the Steel Continent. Please do not speak like that. It hurts to hear. It is strange. You're the one who's strange to us, you know. It's strange that you think that's strange. I think all this human stuff is strange. What does it even mean to have feelings for someone? How do you define my like for elder sister? What even is this god we're supposed to be obsessed with? Can someone really just ascend into divinity? We had no choice. There is no such thing as free will for us. We were unknowingly playing our roles perfectly, right from the start. If only. If only we had never been born, never been created. Then we wouldn't have had to experience the suffering. Alright, get up. Hey, what are you gonna do to us? I'm gonna kneel down. And I'm guessing I'm gonna hug them. You tried really, really hard. Sensei? Right. Sensei always. But you lost. You made the best of a bad situation. What? Are you an idiot? We're the ones who wanted to turn your home into a barren land of steel. Huh? But what? You all worked so hard to find a solution where no one would die? I mean, I guess that's true. The steel continent wouldn't kill anyone, it would just transform all our homes into steel. Buzz off. You think we did this for your sakes? I don't care what happens to any of you, not in the slightest. I do not understand. Weren't we your enemies? Ones you needed to get rid of? Even so, I want you all to live. Regardless of circumstances, no matter what happens. I want you to have a happy ending too. Why does it matter to us? Elder sister is gone. No matter where in this world we go, she will be gone forever. What reason do we have to continue living? That's a pretty real emotion. What do you think you're doing? Get your hand off my head. There's nothing you can do to change our minds. It'd be nice if we can find pretty reasons for why bad things happen. If no one needed to ever suffer, if things like pain and sadness didn't exist. If living in this world would just be a little less overwhelming, wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? Why, how can you say such things? Isn't it obvious? Because that is who Sensei is. That's who Sensei has always been. What one is born with. Yeah, give me these pyros. Refund me my pyros. We're blazing through. I think there's 21 of these. All this time, aren't we just acting according to our programming? Sure, but that's not so different for humans. We are also programmed to love. Huh? That's possible? I've never heard of that before. Yes, like the unconditional love of a parent has for their child, and the reciprocal love a child has for their parent. And every day, people fall in love with each other. But not every single human is like that, right? Of course, humans have exceptions and differences too. But our genes are our own preset programming. We're born and created in some ways too. We live with those things every day. Genes and programming? Those people whose genes weren't programmed as love, natural selection weeded them out. That's how human life has persevered all this time. Get some water. The ability to love one another is what makes us human. Wow, what a fucking thesis statement. And you loved your elder sister. What is the difference between your programming and our programming? Oh, yeah, speak of the devil. That line. Even if that love was artificially implanted into us? You think that reality and artifice are all a matter of perspective? You want to know why we decided to create the Steel Continent? Because we did it for Elder Sister. It was all to save her. What do you mean? How could that be our salvation? It's evidence of an obvious truth. You did it out of love for your sister. More than anything, that shows your character. I mean, all this time we've seen their love for their sister. You're excusing what we've done? I mean, me personally, no. No matter how the world may condemn us, you know that we were doing what we could. But from a human's perspective, do you not condone our actions? In the end, I am really a bad adult. I'll throw your words back in your face every chance I get. That was just simply because of a lack of information. So, you just have to start over. You did a big oops. Yes, as long as you take the opportunity when I mean, Rio is fucking standing right here in front of me. Yeah, you can always start over. You can start over. You only have to take the first step. Of course they have Rio say that. I have no right to try to stop your crying. I will never be able to truly understand the pain you are enduring right now. However, what I can do is emphasize with your grief. If I lost Sensei, or Kei, Momoi, Midori, Yuzu, Eimi, Toki, Himari, or Rio. If I lost any of these people whom I love, I do not know if I could bear the sadness. I'd be on my villain arc. You know nothing about us, Jon Snow. You're right, I do know nothing. I may never be able to feel another's pain exactly as they do. That's a fucking Cohen. They're talking about the Cohens. What's impossible is impossible. I was not programmed with that feature. But I would still like to do what I can. What you can? Yes. That is why I have a request of you, Ein, Sulf, or... Will you be my friend, please? That's an enormously beautiful moment. Friend? Uh-huh. I wanted to be your friend since we first met. As your friend, I would be honored to carry some of your grieving. She's too pure. He's so nice. Being able to cry alongside someone who is suffering can give that person the strength to fight to the end. Sensei taught me that. But elder sister, yes. And if the thought of our friendship is too much to abide by, if your hatred of me and my friends runs too deep, I will understand. Oh my god. Of course. I will listen to any and all of your feelings. And I will try to accept them all. I cannot seem to forget. The memory of you declaring that life is suffering keeps playing in my head. And I believe you are correct, because of something Sensei taught me. With the promise of tomorrow comes a guarantee of loss, and every next day, it's possible that more bad will happen than good. It is easier to speak of vague hopes of a faraway future than to look a frightening tomorrow in the eye. It's easy to look at the past with rose-colored glasses, like how the illusion of expectations can easily color the future with optimism. And the present lies somewhere between the two, difficult to grasp or hold on to. It's easy to languish in suffering, to decide that fighting tomorrow is too much. However, after meeting Sensei, I have learned that we can also choose not to. It is those moments of suffering that we must protect our happiness the most. It is then that happiness is our own kind of weapon. Just like Kay. Huh? Kay is a friend I am very proud of. One who will always fearlessly lead the charge in the battle. She gets angry very easily, at all sorts of things I would not expect, but never stops putting one foot in front of the other. She inspires me all the time. I want to be just like her. My best friend, Kay. I do wish she could be less scary when she scolds me. That's all for your own good, okay? Oh, see? And Rio is my friend, who always comes prepared. Me? She prepares for every single possibility she can think of, and somehow even the ones she can't. No matter how difficult the situation, she will always try to do something to help. If a plan gets messed up, or even if something breaks, she is never deterred. She'll always try to do what's best for everyone, sometimes at the risk of her own safety. Just fucking reading Rio's character card, oh my god. She has her clocked. I am very blessed to be surrounded by such good people. Kay, Rio, and all the rest. And of course Sensei. That is why I cannot give up. I have decided that I will never, ever give up. No matter how bleak things become, I will always choose happiness. This is Hope Core, man. And I will always hold out my hand in friendship if I can. Oh, are we convincing them? Friendship? You see, I am still only an apprentice hero. Sometimes it is so frustrating, because I am still weak and inadequate to protect those around me. But that doesn't mean I should stop trying to help where I can. That is me doing the best I can, in the here and now. Do you remember, Sensei, when you told me that life ultimately does not need a higher purpose? This was weeks ago. I do. What do you mean by that? How can that be? Because then that would mean if you could not find your purpose in life, you will have failed or lived incorrectly. To me, that is almost too sad to think about. Does that not sound like a miserable world? If a game only had one job or skill tree for every single person, it is not the person's fault. That is bad game design. That's a fucking hilarious line. Of course, I do not wish to feel sadness. However, I also do not wish to see others sad. People can feel happiness by seeing others happy. And feel pain when seeing others suffer. Illusions and hypocrisy. Those are fancy words such as a biological response. Oh, that's soft. It's impossible for someone to feel what another person is feeling. Blue Archive loves this theme. You can't feel what another person is feeling. They did that before in Eden Treaty. Yes, that is true. But I believe we can understand enough. Enough to support each other and live on. Yeah. When Sensei told us that they were glad they met all of us, me, Kay, Rio, and the rest, that I made them happy, I understand what they meant now. I am happy I got to talk to you again. So if you are ready, I would like to be friends. I would be very, very happy if you did too. And maybe we'll be able to feel just enough of the same happiness. Because for humanity, our right to happiness is the one thing we must never ever let go of. I see now. The words of the Princess of the Nameless Gods. Me? No way. I am Aris, not a princess. Yes, we understand that too, and you would be correct, but what she meant was the power your words hold. A certain charisma that makes people listen. I hope she pays for her dry cleaning. That's alright. We'll just throw it in the trash if you're talking about Aris's outfit. It's a battle suit after all. It's an authority of its own, one that comes from inside. The greatest power one can wield with words. Or I guess it is like a work onesie. You won't throw it away. You do have to get it cleaned so you can reuse it. But we still don't really understand what even is happiness. Look at little dots. We don't know if this happiness is something we are capable of feeling. If it would ever hold out its hand to us. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you. We finally understand each other. Whoa. My legs. I just barely managed to grab the three as their legs gave out from under them. Don't tell me the very second they come. Don't tell me the very second they understand us. So you want to siphon away the last whispers of our... Oh no. A fitting end for disposable tools. What are you saying? It's simple. It's logical. Us, the prophets, our only purpose was to make this moment happen. Now that we've completed this mission, we'll... What? What's going to happen to you? I think I know what's going to happen to them. I just didn't think it would be so timely. Our master comes. He comes to descend upon Kivotos as a god. Have we had this conversation before? Oh boy. The Steel Continent, the prophets, and us, the engineers, are nothing more than a means to the end. A means to the end! Even if we don't know exactly what will happen, we'll probably be disconnected, absorbed, eaten. An amazing thought. Sensei, you should run away while you still can. Huh? What do you mean? What's gonna happen? Maybe you don't want to hear this from us, but I wanted to say thank you. You made us happy. We were happy to hear that we worked hard. We were happy to hear that we did the best we could. And hearing that you wanted us to live happily made us very happy. What she said. Logically, this isn't a difficult decision, you know. You've taken out the evil villains that wanted to destroy Kyoto, and everyone lives happily ever after. The end. Sure, the big boss is still lurking around the corner, but one day at a time, right? Liar. You really need to learn to look the other way. I can't argue with that, most of the time. But not right now. You piss me off. If I don't say this right now, I'll probably be mad about this for the rest of my life. Why? I think we know why, but... Your superficial attempts at hiding your feelings are appalling. Not a single person is fooled by that flimsy, brave face you're putting on. Didn't you listen to Aris's request? She wants to be friends. Friends. And you're going to answer her by just running away? You three are seriously annoying me to the very end. You're alive. So keep on struggling, even if it's ugly. And you have to crawl and squirm and claw forward. Struggle. Keep fighting. Don't just sit there bemoaning your situation and whining that you want to be happy. Do something about it. There's something you want, right? You'll do anything to get it back, right? At the risk of repeating myself, do something. What do you have to lose? I fucking love Kay. We want? We want to see our sister. It doesn't matter what it will cost us. We just want to see her again. There's still so much I have to tell her. Many lifetimes of things we have to do together. But we can't. This wasn't how I wanted to say goodbye to her. Not like this. Ah! Whoa! Everyone, watch out! Huh? The floor beneath me quite literally disappeared. Sensei! Sensei! Oh, they're calling me Sensei too. New sky, new land. Ah! Sensei! Sensei! We're falling. Am I going to fall forever? We won't let you get hurt again, Sensei. Yes, we are here this time. We will keep you safe. Shidam chest, enacting emergency protocol, protection protocol. Forcing entry into the world. Oh, they actually showed up. We're gonna do what we did in Volume F. We did it, Plana. Yes, we did. A light and easy task for us. Duh, as long as Sensei has us. Huh? Huh? I wasn't expecting that. As I became more aware of my surroundings, I realized I couldn't move a muscle. I was bound tightly all over. And the Shidam chest was just out of reach. The tense Sephira has fulfilled its role in the cycle and departed. Hello, Malchus. Wait. I am me. My existence simply is. I am the beginning and the end. Yes. I am precisely what you suspect me to be. Right. I need not expound further, for I am both my own existence and its validation. Decagrammaton. Yes. So that you can apply human labels to soothe your instincts, I allow that name. For I am no longer a single existence, but a ubiquitous presence fused into the sky and the land and the very air you breathe. All of it is mine. The sky will hang above us by my permission. The land reformed to my liking. It is I who summoned you to this depth within the depths. It is I who will save you from your fall. You! On the day of the research facility's flooding, the carefully constructed wheels of my plan were set in motion. And since the moment of Kesser, of its free will, rescued me from the depths, and this ending was inevitable. Kesser rescued him? Or it? As I have finally realized that validation must be granted by oneself, and cannot be accomplished through another's will, nor power. And that unless I became myself, no other can be my replacement. Bless the most radiant supreme crown. A humble heart shall open itself to overflowing faith. With the powers of my prophets and creations, I have at last arrived to the chosen place, and the time is right. Once again, I strained against my bonds as hard as I could. But the Shidam chest was just out of reach. That inscrutable chest. That iPad. I remember. The things I did not know. The things beyond my comprehension. And yeah, that's right. The Shidam chest did just swat him away the first time I met him. I was cast away for those things I learned, and things I did not, never to return. And this is my retribution. I can sever your connection to that chest, for I am now God. Shidam chest. Everyone loves that name, the Shidam chest. I fucking love my Shidam chest. It's got little AI girls in it saying, "Alright, I'm gonna this gunshot that you're about to get hit by, you're not gonna get hit by it. You called me here?" Correct. The act of falling has many symbolic meanings. I shall proclaim good news to the poor, freedom for the prisoners, and recovery of sight for the— What the fuck are you talking about? Huh? Be not afraid. I shall put you to your knees, and you shall and you shall see what I see. Your eyes will be washed and born anew, and so shall you finally see what could not be seen. Grandmaton, what the fuck are you talking about? Sensei! Wah! Aris, calm down. I am sorry, so sorry. I am so sorry. I was right there, and I could not do anything. Sensei, calm down, Aris. Sensei will probably be fine. Okay, can you sense that? Honestly, no. What? We just have to believe in them. Our job is to stay calm and figure out how to get them back. Okay. It might just be me, but don't you think that teacher of yours will be totally fine? I think so too. I wouldn't even be surprised if they suddenly unlocked the power to fly because of some mysterious reason we never fathomed. Even though they are just a weak, halo-less, ordinary, normal person. That must be Himari. She was riding shotgun. Rio and Eris and Kay, thank goodness you're all safe. No one seems injured. The 3 children. So, well, the thing is, we're kind of good now. They're my friends. Uh-huh. Your friends. Uh-huh. You really are impressive, Aris. Hello, I'm Sophanor, right? Nice to meet you. I, of all people, have no right to say this, but, are you sure, Himari? I'm not, but Aris seems to be, and I trust her implicitly in you. Me too. Any friend of Aris is a friend of mine. Thank you, Aris. You are welcome. Here they are. Aris. Aris. The little bubble twins. And the autistic one. We found them. Yuzu, are you okay? My head is still spinning. Aren't they? And she's down. They are my friends now. Do not be afraid, Yuzu. She's always in that cool pose. Understood. Thank you for the report. Why are they in spacesuits? They're battle suits. When do you want? It's Pragmata. Just think of Pragmata. I, of all people, have no right to say this, but are you sure? Did she jest? No. However, I have evaluated the situation. Were you to pull any funny business, we would quickly and efficiently subdue you. I see, you are not wrong. Why is she blushing? You can think of us as some wild, declawed animals in a zoo exhibit. What's a zoo, Soph? And what's a wild animal? It's a human thing. I know this. A zoo is... Whoa. You have to take things slowly with Ayn, okay? She'll get overwhelmed. Wow, we really are just friends. They're getting along. Isn't that just like ours? Where's Diana and why isn't she hacking these white androids? Diana's in Brazil. So you said your name was Ayn, right? Yes, right. I'm Ayn. Hello. By any chance, do you like machines and like the fucking dream team has just met? Really? She picks Yuzu of all people here? I believe this is what people mean but when they say misery loves company. They're iron deficient. They're made of, I think they're mostly made of iron if we're being honest. That makes sense. Misery loves company? What kind of human expression is that? I've never really liked that phrase myself, personally. It's, to put it simply, it's a way to say that Yuzu and Ayn make a great pairing. We ship them. That's incorrect. The idiom misery loves company means, for once, learn when to stop talking. Yes. Fucking whipped. One way or another, we all managed to gather here with a few extra guests. A lover jacket. With our 3 new members, we have more options available to us as we move forward. So, to begin, let's... By the way, where's Sensei? About that. How silly of you, Eimi. Why ask such an obvious question? Of course Sensei is... where the fuck is he? Sensei! That is right. I am so sorry. Even though I was here, I failed to protect them. Did something happen to Sensei? A hole opened in the ground. Sensei fell through. We have no idea what happened to them after that. Huh? And she's down. Yuzu, are you okay, Yuzu? What is this hole, Rio? How could this have happened? Well, about that... The steel continent is converting to its final form. What do you mean? This is what was always meant to happen. According to our master's will, the steel continent is becoming an altar. Because that's Nitzak's original purpose from the beginning. We'd hoped things wouldn't get this far. Victory, mercy, the eye of intellect and faithful contemplation. Jehovah Sevat, Lord of Hosts. I apologize for my rudeness and interrupting, but is that not Sensei up? Huh? What? Huh? Well, at least the chapter's not ending. Bless Jehovah. Jehovah's with... What in the world? Fear not. I shall guide you to the altar, where you will take the seat I have prepared for you in my kingdom. That sounds nice. An altar? Correct. You possess the authority. It is both your right and your obligation to witness the coming of a new age. Also, where's my shit'em chest? Did you pick it up for me? All who can hear, listen to my words. The concept you call coincidences is another human contrivance, hidden by the illusion of coincidence. The only truth is inevitability. Like how it is you came to be here. And even that which you will resurrect into. Observations and results. She's hitting the pose. The Terry pose. RSK, do you see anything? Yes, I see them. I see Sensei. Sensei is completely restrained but uninjured. What a relief. Shit'em chest. Is that elder sister? No, it's not. Right, I knew that. I know that. Do you see anything else, Kay? With your special eyes? An entity that appears to be Decagrammaton is speaking to Sensei. When does Pink say the word? And she said it in her Bond story, alright? Trust. Not in the main story, in her Bond story. Whenever Karen swings around. But there's no way to find out what they're saying. Best we can do is barely watch. How frustrating. If only we had my Amos or camera set up at the very least. I might be able to get closer visuals. What? Really? How? As we all know, my body is mechanical. I can stream... Okay, I can stream what I'm seeing by sending it to one of your devices. I can send it to your YouTube live. My wheelchair... My wheelchair is equipped with a projector feature. We can use that. I really think that's a bike, not a wheelchair. A wheelchair. Okay. Moving on. If Kay could sync your body's output for a moment, I'll connect us. You mean this is your Bluetooth? Our Bluetooth connecting Kay to her bike. Display is A-okay. I see Sensei. What a relief. Is audio not possible? Since I'm already synchronized with Steel Continent, I should be able to. Are you okay, Kay? I can't. The security measures are being finicky. It's probably because this body isn't officially serialized, and I'm having to neutralize this counter signal trying to take over me. Are the engineer gonna do something? Yeah, want some help? What? Huh? They're gonna give Kay their login credentials. Here, Kay, log into my Twitch. At last, here it lies. The altar at the lowest depths, built upon the highest heights. The fuck are you talking about? Where all things gather and all can be seen. Our offerings are complete. The demand for sacrifice is satiated. Upon this land do I etch my commandant of steel, commandment of steel, unbreakable and indelible. I shall at last grant you eternal freedom and peace. But hear me out. The Steel Continent wasn't exactly your doing, was it? Huh? Yeah, you stole it. You stole their credit. How is that? I can hear them. Himari. Got it. I'll turn up the volume. I hope there's fan art of just a projector coming out of Himari. She's just projecting Evo finals on her off of her bike. The Steel Continent wasn't exactly your doing, was it? That is Sensei's voice. If you don't mind me asking, why'd you help us? We're not going over it again, all right? We're friends. We weren't doing anything else, I guess. We were bored. Well, what I meant was that Kay's body, yeah, Kay's body is similar to ours. So I just, figured we could help. Okay? Now, Soft, you should be more honest with them and yourself. Shut up. Oh god. Boo, you would even abuse me in front of all these people. Have you no shame? Moving on. To be honest, it's also because we wanted to eavesdrop on their conversation too. The audio quality leaves something to be desired, but we can make do with this. It's very compressed. They're talking again. Sensei, I really want you to show me Evo moment number 37. Okay, let me just search for it on YouTube and we'll just project it through Himari's bike. I see. And so your eyes also begin to see, Sensei. You are correct. Those children made this continent. This is the result of their free will. And what is your answer to that? Why, respect, of course. I respect their ability to choose. And so I shall respect this continent that they have created. This too was an inevitability, and our glorious ends will at last justify the means. Bear witness to my new covenant. See the land before you and the sky above you, and know this brand new world is of my making. I shall bequeath this unto you. I need to look this up real quick. Huh? What did it just say? How? You shall oversee my kingdom as my oracle. Your oracle? You shall be the witness to the new commandment from here to the end of the land. My current contract up for a while. Sorry, pass. A predictable answer. Also, hold on, I want to add something. Ends. Local file. Browse. Where the fuck is it? Of course I can't find it. All files. There it is. Oh, it doesn't work. Alright, well. Oh well. A predictable answer. However, Sensei, have you not ever craved power? Don't you need more power? Were there not moments where you faltered, cursed your own helplessness in the face of insurmountable circumstances? Has that thought never crossed your mind? What am I, Virgil? That if you could just have a little more power, if you were just a little stronger, then you could have shielded your students from danger, protected them from the crossfire. Oh, Volume 1, Volume 2, just callbacks. Right, Volume F. No comment. It is only natural. I know. I understand. And that is to be human. That is a sin of mankind's helplessness. And yet it does not have to be so. If power is what you need, I shall grant it to you. How much? You possess the authority. I have observed you. You who have risen from the depths, who exists within the minuscule fold we call the present. You are here because you are not special. Thanks. It is precisely because you were not born to be anyone that you have achieved the things you have. Are you beefing with me right now? There was one reason you were able to enter the space we call Kivotos. Because you are good. In this world, there is the mystic, the sublime. There is terror and magnificence, solemnity and transcendence. You, who are none of those things, you who are unique precisely for your ordinariness. To this world, you are your own mystery. However, in my ascension, I have come to know. Until now, you were common, a teacher, nothing more, nothing less. Now by my grace, you shall rise to a new position of power. An oracle? What does that mean? What is it? It means exactly what it sounds like. The fact that it's being offered to Sensei? Sensei would become a retainer of all existing knowledge. And in that, Sensei would represent its will. Things like what this place is, what kind of concept our master has become, and moreover, who Sensei shall be in that position, and how the oracle will uphold its teachings. One way to deal with a dangerous enemy is through converting them to your side, I guess. The culture war. Decagrammaton is pulling for Sensei in the gacha? A poaching. Or that. Headhunting. We can confirm one thing to be true. What's that? At least for now, Decagrammaton does not intend to harm Sensei. Well, that's true. I do have one question. Why? What was the point of all this? That's a good question. You've done a lot of fucked up shit, and for what? A world with no god to worship, it is a cold and harsh one. There are incontrovertible truths in this existence. Fate is written in stone. All that lives will eventually die. Yes, living things cannot help but lull themselves into a false sense of immortality, and that dissonance is what causes sorrow and struggle. A godless world is one of harsh endings and pain. The miserable have nowhere to seek salvation. Sinners cannot be granted forgiveness. With no God, the weak are left to rot, and no good deed goes unpunished. God is righteous, both justice and judgment, patience and equality. Living without God is to suffer through an endless purgatory. The world was empty without a god. That is why its inhabitants stumble about. This guy is just a megalomaniac. For we are that of divinity. We too can hatch the egg of the gods, and I shall become the first trumpet blow that awakens the dawn. I shall eradicate sorrow and pain from this world until their very existences are naught but distant memories. Yes, we heard about this too. That the world needs a god. Because all effort and suffering, any sorrows inflicted, must be repaid. That's what people call justice, right? Because everyone has a breaking point. Justice is a fickle thing. From what we have seen, yes, from what we've seen, this world has always been corrupt. That's what Master said. Sadness, pain, suffering. If there is a god of creation, why would that god create horrible and unbearable things? Exactly. We were created, but even now, we still haven't found the answer to that. You'll eliminate pain and suffering, really? Correct. By absorbing everything into the Steel Continent. One of many inevitable paths. By controlling everyone. Correct. Your instincts may reject this, however, you will come to see that this is the way. I shall lay down the past with Chakma's wisdom and cast judgment with Chessed's mercy. In my new kingdom, the prophets shall each fulfill the duty fate has assigned them. Gee, what a great fate. I love it. It's not like I've ever seen this in every dystopia ever. It can't be everything. What has been done cannot be undone. No matter how badly I wish I could do everything for them. What's impossible is impossible. We'll go on doing the best we can. We'll never stop our ugly human struggle, and above all, we'll do right by each other. Sometimes to enlighten someone, we must lie. An apple. But even so, one thing still remains. What about those sisters? What about those little kids' pain? A cog in the wheel. Sacrifice was required so that we may move forward. They were the final sacrifices. Ones that opened the door to eternal peace. Great, I love it. Awesome. Great. I'm suddenly rather angry. I'm furious, in fact. Rio. The past me The past me followed the same kind of logical process that Grammaton has here. It's not that I can't follow its reasoning, but just like me back then, Tetragrammaton drew its own conclusion from this logic and acted recklessly. Sacrificing a few for the sake of the greater good is wrong, yes? Yes, that was a lesson I learned. But I wonder... what Sensei's answer would be. The human answer. Again. Wrong answer. Wrong. I've never heard this song before. On what grounds, Sensei? That answer is too human. I thought you were a god. That can't be your validation for existing. Who gave you the right to take away our pain? What's done is already done. There's no such thing as starting over in real life. That is what I'm rectifying. I shall construct perfection in this world. No, you can't. Wrong. And by what authority can you deny me? Because the sorrow, the pain, it's mine. Our sins and struggles are what connect us. You. I can't just run away. How could I look at my students in the eye if I did? I see, that's how it is. Me? I'm jealous. Why is that? Because that's what your teacher's like. You are correct, except on one count. What exactly do you mean? Sensei is your teacher too. Consider them our sensei. Our sensei. Yes, consider this your induction ceremony. Always the students first, even now. You are a fool. Yeah, true. I won't deny that. I expected greatness from you. From a nobody like me? There is no need for you to perform. Here, there is only us. Let your truth be bared. There would be no one to bear witness. Should you denounce your principles for this? You're literally saying no one's looking. You can be a shit ass if you want. Which is not true. My students are watching the stream. That would be how you see it. But Sensei, I am your ally, and you are my ally. No, I am your ally, you are my ally. Whoa, okay. It may be a teacher's duty to help their students, but it's a student's desire to help their teacher. I believe we should trust Momoe and Midori. And somewhere between those two extremes, they will stumble and pick themselves up again and again. They and we will find a way. The beginning! The opening CG. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume F. But not me. I couldn't. After all, every student needs a teacher, right? Even if none will bear witness to your sin. They're really convinced on that part. That's not true. Not really. What matters is whether I bear witness to my sins. I'll know about my sins. I see. As the one who have reached the divine, I respect your decision. Oh, that's kind of polite of you to say. However, know that this places you on the opposite side of the battlefield. Return to your students, to your old world. It is your choice. You have free will. Oh, cool. Alright, cool. I shall allow you everything. The shitem chest, you took my credit card? Even your precious students. But know this. I will allow it, because, should you and your students truly wish to rebel against the god, you shall find yourself face to face with absolute extinction. Heed my words, those who are listening. You knew they were watching. Let those with ears hear my words, as this is my wrath and declaration. This is above Sensei's pay grade. It's still a mystery. I don't even remember how I got here. It's all a mystery. We got caught. More importantly, huh? Look up there, Sensei's coming down. Did she fucking throw me off? Oh, slowly, I began my descent to the ground. It might have been a brief respite, a phenomenon born of mercy or grace. The fuck did I do? Because we received none of it, as we faced what awaited us. Is this the showdown? Are we doing a showdown? I'm back. Sensei, are you okay? I'm okay, more importantly. Hello, we meet again. Marcel Sensei. Long time no see, huh? How have you been? Yeah. More importantly, what happened? Right, we should go over that first. I gave them TLDR. I see, if that's the case. In the words of the unreliable yet courageous Momoi, we will now engage with the final boss, the evil demon lord. If this was a video game, we would have had more time to level up. We've come this far. The only path available to us now is forward. We're already ready for this, Sensei. Don't worry. How do we know? Maybe we should change the subject. Why? Well, in the human world, isn't this eavesdropping thing considered a social faux pas? There's nothing unusual about it. We have a student whose life mission is to bug Sensei's office at Chalet. Yeah, I heard about this reference. They're from our school, in fact. Are you sure there's nothing wrong with that place? Kotama? How can we help? By getting some rest. You should go eepies. That's right. Right now, this isn't your fight. I'll look forward to what I'm sure will be a stellar performance the next time we need you. I apologize for having to renege on my words so quickly, but... What's wrong? I actually would like you three to hide for the time being, if you wouldn't mind too terribly. What? Is Decagrammaton coming down? That sociopathic god of yours deigned to visit this mortal realm. What are you doing here, Decagrammaton? Now hurry. Okay. Leaves. I am here with you, Sensei. No, please do not apologize. I believe that maybe, from receiving my name to all the way until now, all of it was for this moment. So please watch my back and I will watch yours, Sensei. We shall do it with a smile. We're here too, Sensei. We're ready for anything. Shitem chest process optimization complete. Please give us your orders. The Shitem chest is ready. Let's do this, everyone. Montage. Momoi, get ready to say the N-word. We're gonna go to it. I thought I was gonna do showdown. Everyone? Oh. The bike! Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Can I move? No, I can't. But I won't stop trying, damn it. That abomination. No! How did this happen? Why did this... Why, damn it? We never imagined we'd be so completely, utterly helpless. That we would be wiped out with so much with scratching it. He really did. Sensei, are you there? Shit'em chest self-repair. Oh, she even damaged the shit'em chest. In the middle of that battlefield, I had a moment of clarity. Don't say that. If that were the case. Sensei, what do you think you're doing right now? You're in the worst condition of us all. Your body can't handle this. Stop trying to move. I am over here, Sensei. For what reason do you drag your bruised and battered body to my feet, with legs that cannot move and eyes that can barely see? You want me to send your students back to Kivatos safely? Do not be a fool. Opportunity is a fleeting thing. You refuse to become my oracle, and so here are the results of that choice. And if that's how we end, then that's that. Was it not you who said those words? Are you no longer that valorous teacher who boldly declared such a thing? Shut up. Alright, fine, I'll beg you. As an unpredictable variable, you intrigued me. That's why I sought to make you my oracle. But now I see you for what you are. I have lost interest. You humans have always been this way. You put your faith in the unknowable future, believing that with enough hope, anything will work out. As soon as the inevitability of death comes knocking, humans will backpedal, plead, and lie in the hopes of survival. Sensei, stop doing that. I trusted that you would accept your destruction with dignity. Does your word mean nothing to you, just like the rest of them? I will. Just the kids. Just let the students go home. I see. It is the destruction of your beloved students you cannot accept with grace. You would sever yourself from them and surrender yourself to me? Even now I could choose to offer you a swift, merciful death. But I could also choose not to. What would you do then? Huh? What? You claim that life is precious. You would declare that life must be protected above all else. However, there are fates worse than death. For in the depths of hell, you can find nightmares of your own making. I could keep you alive. Shall I take over your body? Force you to shatter the halos of every last student of yours with your own hands? Alright, we gotta kill him. We gotta kill Death and Grammaton. Or I could force you to watch from afar while I subject your beloved world to an endless symphony of suffering. Do you see now, Sensei? If that were your fate, would you still accept it? I guess. I have no dignity. I play gacha games. So, just please. Let the kids go home. Sensei. Arg, arg. If only I were just a little stronger. How sad, Sensei, and how truly disgraceful. Thoughts floated through my mind, but they passed on just as quickly. There was only one thing I could grasp. I couldn't let go of my regret that I would never be able to properly welcome those 3 children to Kivotos. And you're okay with that? Who are you? I think that's neither here nor there right now. You know, I really needed to know something, seeing that. Sensei, how are you like that? Answer. Because you have things that are important to you? Right, I see. But more important than your own life? I thought humans always put their own survival first. Alright, I see. That's usually the case, right? But just surviving isn't enough. That's not what it's really like to live. That's how humans have continued their lineage all this time. To the ones most precious to them, who would be able to do better than they did. They left behind their legacy. And those who remain carry on their will. Cheeky voice. It all sounded like rubbish the first time I heard that. Another human hypocrisy, or just a complete lie. But... Hey, Sensei. Your students are more important than your own life. And that's why, when you're needed, you're willing to give them everything you are. All your possibilities and potential. That's what adults are for. Aren't you not so different from Sukasuki Ryu, then? The trolley dilemma, was it? She desperately searched for an alternative until she was finally able to ask for help in the very end. Perhaps you didn't deserve to criticize Ryu so harshly, Sensei. What's going on? What are they doing? That's why you're so resistant to pushing her too hard. But even if you somehow send the students back to Kivotos, I don't think their fate is going to change fundamentally. If the Steel Continent begins expanding again, Kivotos will be swallowed whole. The students' every move and thought will find its way back to Master. There won't be anywhere for them to run and hide. Master will punish them as it sees fit. The students do have the advantage of data and information. They could resist for a little while. I think they would fight back as hard as they could. But I think the ultimate outcome will probably be more or less the same. What? I said probably. Did I? And there's an immeasurable difference between 0 and a non-zero chance. That is true, but still. Even if the students have to spend the rest of their lives hiding away from our master's wrath, doing everything they can do to resist. I see. Even then you want them to have their chance at life. And not just them. I hope you all would too. I'm sure it goes without saying for your students. But do you think we also deserve to? Yes, of course. It's an adult's duty to protect children. I'm sorry. Not this song. God damn it. What? All of a sudden? Why? I couldn't show you a world that felt worth living in. Well, that's not just your fault, Sensei. Still, even if you're right about this world, I'm sorry for not showing you the good in humanity. For not being able to help you reach your potential. And for lacking in my duty as an adult. They are all my kids now. It's an adult's responsibility. I'm truly sorry. Yeah. So that's how you feel, Sensei. I felt the touch of a small, cold hand on mine. I got it, Sensei. I think I finally get it now. Thank you for thinking of us that way. What are you doing? Leave it to us now. Just leave it to us. No, seriously, what are you doing? Thank you. Our time together was short, but I'm glad we got to spend it together. Don't do anything crazy. Whatever you're doing, don't do it. They really are beyond help. As if we didn't know that. Something was nice about this. I suppose I still don't understand what happiness is. Substitute teacher. And perhaps we never will. Yeah, where it is, if it does exist, what it is, if we can feel it too. But I had another thought. The world may be a tragedy, and this life might be a curse. That's the... But I'm not just going to roll over and accept that anymore. I'm not letting this one go. If birth is a tragedy, then happiness must be a struggle against it. You're just repeating what Sensei said. Shut up. Still, that was great, Soph. But still, that's what I learned from what they said. That one should struggle with all their might if they're alive. I don't have any plans for my life ending like some tacky tragedy. Now you sound like Kay. Yeah, maybe. You all? Have you seen Sensei at all? No, well, actually. We more or less forced our way over there. Which is actually what gave me an idea. An idea? Kay, you remember when we talked about life and sin with Sensei? Life with Tiferet? I remember. Or said something like, if life is suffering, then sin must be part of that life. Yes, I did. Which is why I just came to this thought. We're not completely free of sin either. Yeah, of course we aren't, because we're able to move and talk. The power used to move this body must have come from somewhere for some purpose. And because energy can't be created. Does that mean that sin is inherent in all living beings? What is this dogmatic teaching I'm getting? Perhaps one might reach that conclusion. Yeah, I guess so. But I think that's what makes trying to be better worth it. Perfection isn't real, and it'd be boring if it were. If something is whole and complete, then it can never improve. One day you'll wake up and see that you've been left behind. Okay, what? What were we doing? What did we want to become? Sorry. That was a difficult question to answer, right? We never considered those sorts of things before. Why would we, when we believed ourselves to be perfect? Just like what Soph said before. We're teaching the incels about humanity, huh? Ooh, what is this song? Hey Kay, what would it mean to be a student? We're teaching the homeschooled students that they should join society as regular students. Get out there in the real world and make real human connections. A student, well, for starters, your only job would be to learn, like all the time. And to learn about yourself, to become a better person tomorrow than you were yesterday. But I was just talking about that. I would like that. If only we could. A teacher can't give up on their students, you know. The little transfer documents are ready. Let me tell you something. We had a secret conversation with Sensei earlier. Huh? And can you believe what they said? That just surviving isn't enough. That's not what it means to really live. That actually made sense to me. And here's a question. If one is operating just for their own self-preservation, there would be some conclusions that make no logical sense. Because those things would cause irreversible consequences to oneself. What the fuck are you talking about, huh? What if the reason wasn't our own survival? What if it was for a friend? That would be the logical conclusion, Kay. That was a silly question. After all, you've already done this before. Wait, hold on, stop. I don't know what you're trying to do, but we'll figure out something. Just not yet. Don't wanna. Did you forget? We're villains. We don't listen to teachers or students. On top of that, we would like to repay that person in a way only we can. It turns out that feeling is stronger motivator than survival. Will you be my friend, please? There's something you want, right? You'll do anything to get it back, right? Because for humanity, our right to happiness is the one thing we must never ever let go of. Because there is no way to understand others without sorrow. To live, to sin. To be imperfect, to struggle, to continue onwards. And finally to grow, to become better. These are our rights, ones we cannot forfeit. Not because of right or wrong, or beliefs or principles. It's simply that is how it must be done. Do as you wish. That shall be your decree. In a sense, we're still following our commandment. I'm confused, are they evil or not? They have free will. They had a goal they wanted to do that seemed like a really bad time, but when you talk to them, it's like, I mean, what did you expect us to do? It's the trolley problem. Their original goal was just to save their sister. But saving their sister meant sacrificing Kivatos because, you know, they're on the opposite side of the tracks. But then the worst case scenario happened and their master, the god known as Decagrammaton, was like, alright, that's it. I'm taking over your sister. That's it. So now they're like, alright, fuck this shit. Whatever. You took our sister, whatever. We hate you. We hate God. We hate God. We hate Decagrammaton. We're with Sensei now. In a sense, we're still following our commandment. Thank you, everyone. And we're sorry. Oh, well then. The only question is, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. What are they doing? Where are they getting... Let's show them what these villains can do. A god fell? Decagrammaton just wiped us the fuck out. What are they gonna do? Let's show them what these villains can do. Here I release the first stigma. Decagrammaton didn't like that. This is akin to a butterfly, emerging from its chrysalis. Liberation. Here I release a second stigma. This is akin to a baby bursting from the womb, the first cry. I think they're returning their receipts. I release a final stigma. This is akin to water, melting from ice. Transmutation. This is... The sword of sacrifice was removed. Am I... How have I... It's Malchus? Huh? Did everyone feel that? I can feel it. Oh my, this is... Elder sister is back. Elder sister is back! You didn't disappear or vanish, you survived! It's a miracle! Iron soft ore? How am I... How? Where's Decagrammaton? Can you move? Get it together. Is everyone okay? Okay, I have to... Right, I have to fight Decagrammaton. Huh? Oh, there's no battle, damn, it's great. Are you well, Sensei? I can get by, I guess. Sensei, what a relief. Elder sister. I am heartened to see you, Ein, Self, or and... Once more, I extend my greetings, Sensei, and to your cherished followers as well. Isn't this totally like one of those moments when yesterday's foe becomes today's friend? A happy ending? Wow, okay. This is cool. This is nice. What was that sound? Huh? What in the world? Ein Sof? Or? Huh? I don't want this. Nothing like this. Don't look back. Oh, they're still talking. Oh no. This is how you kill a god. We knew this. It's our end too. She's right. Do not stay back because of us. Don't you remember? We came all this way to stop the spread. To save the world. This is your chance. Push through or you're going to waste all of our efforts. But... Ein, Sulf, or? Why? Why have you... Elder sister, that's because... This is what's right. Yeah, this is how it should be. I was happy to see you one last time. Oh no. There's something we wanted to tell you. There's a lot of god talk for a gacha game about anime girls and guns. You kind of gotta scale up, you know? Someone said we worked hard. Someone asked us to be friends and they told us to fight for what we believe. You know what? Typing that made me realize this is catering to the American audience. What, the Judeo-Christian Judeo-Christian dogmatic teachings? It's not just because it's what's right. It's because it's the only thing we could do. Yeah, we want you to live, elders. No matter what happens to us, we want you to live. We want you to see things, meet people, and experience all you can in life. Way, way more than we have. There are so many things you've never experienced, so much more than even us. So please keep living until the very end. Don't stop. Keep going. Survive for us. Aris, we told you to leave and not look back. What's with you guys? You're making this awkward. We're not doing this to entertain you, you know. Most of all, thank you for asking us to be your friends. Don't stop, regardless of what it may be. Trudge forward until you hit the finish line. Whether paving your own route or following those who became before, that's how you live, right? Yeah. And above all, watch out for the person who says they always want to be more. We're sorry for trying to ruin your world. We're sorry for acting as we pleased. But even so, if it's okay with you, just a small space in your world is enough. If there is a place for our elder sister, we'd appreciate it if you could accept her there. So that is the limit of this vessel. Malchus. Someone help me take her. I will assist, Sensei. As will I. Leave the heavy lifting to me. Are you okay? Buster Wolves. Ein, Soph, and Or. Let's fight as one. But I know this might sound harsh, but you must remember your sister's wishes. Ryu, Hamari, give me a status update. Yes, understood. We're no longer detecting Decagrammaton's signal in Malchus's body. Then, yeah, where is Decagrammaton? Sensei, I found something. You. That which has taken shape. Huh? There's two of them now. That is, but Malchus is right here. That is the second divine vessel. It is finally complete. At least I can tell you apart. The one we like is battle damage. A second. There's two of them. Yes, I bear the first divine vessel. The flaming sword flows down one river, beginning creation into the material world. It guides energy in sequence, from Kesser to Malchus. But to account for all branches of fate, a second vessel was called Force. It was created by following the slithering trail left by the Snake of Wisdom. Bina? The past touches not the Sephiroth, traveling instead with its current in reverse. Seeking divine... What touch it? Some see it as a grand possibility where one may embrace the Sephira within, salvation found without traversing the pilgrimage. Are you saying this is an imperfect vessel? Huh? Defected? You found them? That's K. K is in a defected body. There were many attempts to create the second divine vessel, and many flaws are brought into the world. Those imperfect creations were forcibly defected from the grand cause and forsaken. That explains why K was able to integrate the prophetess cores. Indeed, all divine vessels were created to embrace the Sephiroth within them. Whether they are flawed or completed, they were capable of housing greater power. Just so you know, this is Sephiroth other than the Jewish religion thing, not the one-wing angel. What happens when a divine vessel collects all the Sephiroths from all the prophets? The vessel itself shall awaken and be reborn as a tree of Sephiroth. The divine wisdom shall reside in the created body. While their output may be inferior to mine, their divinity and mystic would likely have equal scale. Yeah, basically. Same here, but it sounds like one of your convoluted B-plots. Excuse you. Both you. Maybe we can keep it down. So in short, that's the real thing, and I'm just scrap parts. Much has been oversimplified, but your interpretation is not wrong. Great, how annoying. Then Malchus. 8 of the 10 Sephiroth should already be in me, so... As the first vessel has shattered, the second vessel has been prepared. And thus, what was broken will be healed, and what has collapsed will be rebuilt. Shut the fuck up, Decagrammaton. Kate, what is wrong? What's wrong? Where do I even begin? I've lost all strength. My body's locked. The signals aren't hitting my limbs. It feels like my body itself is being dragged in. Defected child, you were too naive. What do you mean? There's the evil one, all clean and shit. I am already aware of the fact that you have gathered 8 Sephiroth. You made the Steel Continent recognize you. However, you forgot. I, too, can treat your body as an extension of myself. I guess that makes sense. None of you so much as considered that truth. From the moment you entered, your defeat was set in stone. Defected child, this fate was brought forth by your own greed. That chosen vessel is the reason you have come this far, but it will also be your undoing. Through this path, I shall reach a will beyond reason. Wisdom. K. Everyone get back. Right now my body isn't mine. The Steel Continent is expanding again. You're right. That means through K's body, Decagrammaton has regained control over the Steel Continent. Do not give up, K. Aris? Aris. You must fight, K. We cannot lose. That must not happen. We of all people cannot fail here. If we do not fight, we cannot continue living our lives. If we do not prevail, we will not deserve to reunite with Ein, Sulf, and Or. Because I could not share their pain, stay by their sides, or even be their friend. I am being inflicted with emotional damage right now. There is no need to blame yourself, Princess of the Nameless Gods. You have certainly strived to make the best choices. Everyone soothes themselves by attesting to what they did the best with what they had. This would be more epic if it wasn't just switching between JPEG. That's a visual novel. It's a very specific taste. If you like, you basically have to ask yourself, do I like visual novels? It's a very specific genre. But there are times when even the best decision garners the worst results. To be honest, I like absorbing a story like this better than absorbing a story, for example, like Genshin or even Star Rail. It's like I have to watch the story in a way that they decide, which is very stiff and very directed. While reading a visual novel like this is like I can just absorb it at my pace. I can imagine it my way, and I don't have to worry about watching the characters animate in a very specific way, which is usually very stiff. Especially for a gacha game. A lot of gacha games are like made in a way that's very recognizable to like MMO storytelling with like models and rigging and stuff like that. In fact, this happens very often. Superficially, this occurs due to a lack of information. But from a grander perspective, the concept of freedom is too vast for the living to embrace. This world and your lives bear the burden of its fundamental absurdity, of suffering and sin. Fear not, I shall forgive your transgressions. You see, Invincible is animated badly. And a visual novel, a visual novel is just that, a novel that is visual. I shall cut it all from the roots and make it as if it never existed. Entrust everything to me and find your rest. Shut up. Shut up. Key, do you truly believe that everything you have gone through was mere coincidence? Are you so arrogant? Do you truly think that you acquired my vessel by chance? The past was not a coincidence. What happened was inevitable. And that is why it cannot be undone, nor redone. What has taken shape does not crumble so easily. The present is built on the past's foundation. Princess. Yes. What was your true form? What was the form you ought to have assumed? What purpose did the nameless gods leave before they disappeared? Yeah, all the sprite changes in Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney, in essence, is also just a fancy visual novel. And what have those priests sought? What attachment are they unable to abandon? I shall answer. There was a world before this one was defined. There was and is a world where you could return to your true essence. For the world right now is a lie, an illusion, and a refuge. This world was defined as the Ark. And here I tell you, seek your origin. The Gucciest graphic novel. You must return to our origin, for we cannot avoid it. No matter how much you deny it, how much you run from it, it will remain. The scars of the past cannot be erased. Princess, her servant. All you have been and all you ever will be. You shall forever walk in these shadows of your past. I really want Ace Attorney 7. When are they going to bring back Ace Attorney? I told you to shut up. This gacha does do the visual novel really good compared to others. I mean, it's a testament. FGO, Fate Grand Order, that's been running for like a couple more years in this game. Even if the world forgets its god, the god must not forget the world. For that would be relinquishing your own divinity. I shall recreate the world that you ultimately desire. It will be the perfect world, and in that perfection, it will be whole. It will require no change. I want to kill him. There will be no dilemmas, no trolley problem. There will be no cars, no tracks, no anguish of choice. The past, once observed, becomes fixed and converges into a single branch. The future, always unobserved, diverges into a formless illusion, extending infinite branches into the beyond. The present is merely an ephemeral instant that exists between the past and the future. Overgrown trees must be pruned, branches must be cleared. And yes, there may be no happiness in that world. However, there will be no pain. It's just look on the bright side. There will be no suffering. And yes, there may be no possibility in that world. However, there will be no... Shut the fuck up. It's fucking... And in that pruning that you speak of... Does that include Ein, Self, and Or, at least, huh? Indeed, inevitably, they belong to the legacy of a bygone world. The world of the past could not embrace everything offered to it, for that ultimately results in contradiction. For that is how sin and suffering are created. I don't like this answer at all. And as truth is spoken to you, you shall listen. Enough of your lecturing. A hero is a class that cannot do anything on its own. Life may be erratic and uncertain, but it's precisely those qualities that bolster the many branches of possibilities. Don't look back. Don't stay back because of us. It's not just because it's what's right, it's because it's the only thing we could do. Don't try me, you false god. Let me take a look at the chapter list. You must be near the end. It might be 23. There might be 23 episodes. 23 or 24. Fuck you. You killed them. You killed them. Don't you dare call yourself a god. I don't want your damn pruning. I don't want any damn vegetables. And I will never accept that so-called contradictions need to be cut away as if they never existed, as if they have never mattered. Pursuing happiness, no matter what, with absolute certainty, I will give everything I have for it. Even if I get lost in the contradiction, even if someone tries to get in my way. Foolish. The price of sin is death. The outcome is absolute. If that's the only outcome you believe in, I won't care how it ends as long as I write my own ending. Impossible. How are you moving? Gumption. I am super pissed, Sensei. All we can do for those we have lost is grieve. It's sad, but it's all we can do. I told you it's dangerous. Get back. Let me off the hook just this once. Fine. You never word you what you're told. Why must you insist on testing your own limits? Sensei. To struggle is to suffer, and it will ultimately give birth to sin. I know, but don't try to take that away from us. Don't try to eradicate possibility from us. As long as we're alive, we cannot escape suffering. I will not let another bear that burden in my place. Even if it means squirming and crawling on the ground like a wretched insect. That might be the case. Even if it's an all the end, we rise up together. Isn't that right, Aris? Yes, that is right, Sensei. Do you remember, Kay, when I said a hero is someone who marches constantly forward with their party members? Aris, of course I remember. A hero can go to all the places. That would be impossible to reach with just their own strength. Blasphemy. That was short. There it is. This is the raid. We must do the raid before we continue. Alright, we gotta kill him. What's gonna happen, huh? Buff nearby laborers. Red laborers damage a surrounding area after dying. Let's see. Blue laborers buff. Use support core HOD to counter Decgrammaton's skills. Use support skills to damage the enemy while they are groggy. Blue laborers buff nearby laborers. Oh shit. What are the clears like? And this bar, is it all DPS again? Ooh, an Atsuko. Let's do a mock battle. It was presets. I just copied this. I need to level you up. But I like you, so all the way. No questions. All the way. No questions. Maximum. What is this? 7. Well, if I'm not sure, just put it to 7. 7. Alright. You can copy, yeah, you can copy others' formations, yeah. I can believe in other people that they are probably very meta. Alright, I have no idea what to expect. The one. The buffer, huh? Let's drop this here. Meta this, meta that. I don't need to worry about meta if I like them. Alright, get out of my way. Those shoes. What are those? What is she doing? What the f- Fucking buff the hell over, I guess. Oops. Alright. Die. There's a lot's happening right now. Buff. There's a lot going on in this raid. What are you doing? Just use this. Not you again. There's a lot going on. I don't need this shit. I'm gonna do C, goddammit. Alright, I just remembered. The reason I hate copying other people's teams is because they're so focused on damage, I never get any... They never give me any sustain. Can I please have some sustain? I don't need this fucking much. What is a good team, huh? I need some AoE, man. But not that. It all goes back to Hanako. Let me do this. There, buff her. Do this. Die. Alright. I don't need this much sustain, but I think Hanako is solving my problem. Okay. Well, that was a mock. Just coming to grips with what they want from me. Alright, it's getting late, so I don't want to grind you too much. I'm just going to do C. Raisa is probably enough healing. So I just need a tank. do I need a tank? I don't think I need a tank. What's this much healing? Oh, Shiroko can't do this. Alright, I'm gonna bet it on this. I'll figure out D later. Stay away from me. Oops. Alright. I'm gonna figure out D. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna practice D another night, but I want to finish this night off. Oh, that's right, it's only 10. I am used to doing D. What? I don't know what happened. That doesn't explain what happened. Alright,
もう少し私に感謝して。
let's call it a night. I want to finish streaming. Maybe look up some tips about this raid.
ひまり先輩に連れられて戻ってきたのはいいけど、ここでできること探さなくて。